that makes sense.
I think too, what you talk about the absorption part of it is even the way we talk and speak, I think is crucial. And that I want to add on to what you're saying is if we keep talking about this story over and over again, we are internally perpetuating that problem too, you know? That's why I think it's interesting when if you hear someone talk about the same problem multiple times, after a while, that could just be they just want the attention or they don't know how to go through and actually dissect it themselves. And maybe that's a call for help. I don't know. But I've noticed, like, if I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and you've shared this as well, is like, if I feel like I'm having the same problems and I keep repeating it, and it's like 2 weeks come by, 3 weeks come by, a month goes by, you're like, hey, dude, like, is this something you actually want to address, or you just like sharing it? Then you get caught up in that story, and it's so, I think I've never been a talker really, like, for one, I think that's one of the reasons why is because if I notice I'm gonna blurt out something, I want it to be set in stone. You know, I want it to be backed. Because if not, I know myself, if I don't actually truly believe it, I'm not gonna go pursue it, right? And so I think this is where it kind of gets caught up in like the the desire to want to be so serious is because like if I do say something, I want to go after that rather than just put it out there into the ether and because I know once I say it, I have to go chase it. You know, I have to put that extra pressure on myself.
Yeah, yeah, and I love what you said because here's my experience also is that, and this is where I think you and I share the similarities is we know people, I know family members that joke all the time. They don't take anything seriously. So it's like they don't take shit seriously. They're always joking. They're always making fun of things. Like when you take a serious, but that's their coping mechanism is to deflect and not get serious about it because when they're serious, then they get angry. We use it differently. Like we get serious, we get focused. We don't get angry, we get focused because when we get too, fluffy and funny, then now there's chaos that we can't control. So both are the same response, right? But we just deal with it differently.
Yeah, it's funny how I would rather have fun after I know the job is done, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's where it's hard to always relate to people too, is like I don't know. I can't break the mold until I feel like I know everything
Yeah.
is in line, you know, and everything else is taken care of.
Yeah.
So I know we're heading towards that dipping point. What's one big thing that you've kind of taken away from today's episode?
Well, let me tell you this.